Where are we? Okay, so for this guy, take the next texture, which is cellular. I tested, played around. I didn't like the results. Maybe you find something else, but we go for the marble one. Marble, bump, bump. And marble is cool, right? So you know this looks like a marble on a stone, which makes sense, right? That's why it's called like this. And if you go in there, you can adjust the colors, the scale. So nothing too crazy. The bump height, maybe make it a little bit more. Vein thickness, right? Is it clean? Just a clean line? Or like this? Or has it like a lot of auxiliary influence? Makes the surrounding a little more dirty, let's say. And then noise, obviously. And noise scale. So we get these cloudy effects. I think this is already really interesting. Some cool things. But what I want to do with you guys is make it really small. And then make it really thick. Reduce the noise. And the scale of the noise. And now I think we have a really interesting, this could be like a way to mimic 3D printed material, right? The lines have some distortion, they have some variety, they're not like perfectly straight, and you can do more even. And because of the marble, and if you use clean lines, maybe it looks too artificial. So I like to use sometimes this marble line, which is a little bit more rough and dirty. And you can always combine this texture with another one, right? To even enhance it further, right? So this would be my marble 3D printed material copy. And the last material that I want to show you today would be based on scratches. Textures and scratches. All right, scratches, let's see. Scratches common, right? You probably use them a lot. And there, I mean, all the settings are the same, right? We know that much. But what I love to do with scratches is that you can actually form them, turn them into something more natural, like a fiber rather than a scratch. So let's see, density. I like high density. Size is all right. Thinness. Let's make it a little bit more thin. Fall off. A little bit less fall off. Directional noise. 0. Which is also funny, I think, right? Now you have this really, in one direction they go in lines, in the other ones they don't. And again, if you do, where is it? Instead of linear, you do spherical, you get other results, cylindrical. I think this is really nice. There is some motion implied, but also maybe you can mimic like a wood block, right? They also have these grains. If this would be a cylinder, I think you can get something cool there. All right. So directional noise is 0. The scale 0.6. I think if the noise is 0, it doesn't matter, but I just wrote it down, so I just want to make sure I have it all right. Or actually, I mixed it up. So we have some noise, and the scale of the noise is quite big, actually. So this is what I mean with fiber. It looks much more fibrous now than it did before, right? Maybe you want to mimic some old paper with some really faint fibrous pigments. Then you can also maybe think about using scratches and distort them into something like these shapes. Maybe more like these at the top. Yeah. think this looks really cool. Levels, I mean, how many levels do you need, right? I think you can really have a big impact on this guy. So this would be my natural fiber based on scratches, optic, and another, what is it? Variation of the same material. So if I remove this guy and add just a new one, scratches, put it into bump, put it into opacity. Scale things up, density. So I do get what I'm trying to achieve here, right? It is some sort of marbling. But I think why I'm confused is that I just use materials that are not that much representative. So maybe if we change this, utilities, color invert. Right. That's already more like it. And this guy, you give, let's say, a gray. All right. And then the thinness and the fall off, we want to increase the fall off a little bit and decrease the thinness. Maybe a little bit less dense. Do we need more levels? Not really. Right, so now we have this sort of marble effect. Again, I think pretty cool. All right, this is the last material. I will go through all of them once again, right? So we have the marble, we have these fibrous lines, appearances based on the scratch. You have the FDM fake with the marble texture. We have the speckled thing with the camouflage, where they gather in spots. Then we have these cool things that we did with the mesh, right? Really nice premium packaging design with a modern twist. Really artistic variations with different shapes. Use the clipping to get like these nice fields. Then we have this wood grain, which is based on the brushed texture. And we have this funky little guy, also based on the brushed surface. All right, that was it. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something new. If you have questions, let me know. If you want to learn more about KeyShot or the material graph, also just put a comment and I'll try to help you out. Apart from that, I hope you enjoyed it and maybe you can work with these materials in the future. See you around. Thank you. Bye bye.